Python iterations using for. So the for loop syntax in Python, the for loop in Python is used to iterate over a sequence. A sequence may be a list, maybe a tuple, maybe a string, or any other iterable objects. So iterating over a sequence is also known as a traversal. That means for each and every looping, it will pick up one element from the iterator and that element can be processed. So here is the respective syntax for for. So for val in sequence, don't forget to give this colon here, and if you give this colon, then automatically the next line will have some indent here. So body of for. You can have the multiple statements you can write, but with the same indentation in that case. So here is a flowchart. So for each item in sequence, last item reached, if it is no, then body of for will get executed on that item which has been picked up. If the last item has been reached, then it will exit loop. So in this way, the respective flowchart will be working on this for loop syntax in Python. We can also do this one using the range function. So we can generate a sequence of numbers using range function. So for loop can be operating on a certain say sequence. There is the iterable objects are also using this range function. So range 10 will generate numbers from 0 to 9. So that is the 10 numbers we are having here. So always remember here this 10 will not be inclusive. So 0 to 9, that is the 10 numbers we are having. So we can also define the start, stop and step size as range. There is a start comma, stop comma, step size. So step size defaults is 1 if it is not provided. Let us suppose if we write this one as range 1 comma 10 comma 1, that means it will have the values ranging from 1 to 9 and with the increment of 1 in that case. For loop with the else section. So for loop can also have an optional else block. The else part is executed when the items in the sequence used in for loop exhausts. So when the sequence will get exhausted, then the else part will get over the control. So break statement can be used to stop a for loop. In such case, the else part will be ignored on the other hand. So hence a for loop's else part runs if no break occurs. So if there is a break, then the else part will not be executed. Otherwise the else part will be executed. When the else part will be executed? When the sequence will get exhausted. So let us go for some practical demonstration to show you that how this for can be used in our Python code. Let us find that how for loop can work in Python. So here we have defined one list. We know that list elements are to be separated by commas and they are to be enclosed within these third brackets. So this is a list here. So printing all elements present in a set, and here this particular set is nothing but a list. So for I in A, print I. That means in each and every iteration, in each and every loop, in this particular for, using this for, we are picking up one element from the list at a time and the respective element is going to get printed. So here is the outcome for this code. So in the first iteration it is picking up 1, then 2, then 3, and then at last it is picking up 5. So that means all these list members are to be picked up, are to be read from the list in the order in which they are appearing in the list. So that is our for loop. So for I in, so there is a syntax. Syntax means the grammar to write this for. So for I in A, then colon. So colon will indicate that next statements will be under this body. So you can find that if I write here print, say hello, then that is also coming within this for. So we can find that it is printing like this. So I want to print this 1 and hello side by side. So we can go for this. Int is equal to null. You can write this one and then you can print this hello. So what will happen? This 1 and hello will get printed in the same line. So you can, in this way, you can write so many different statements with this indentation to indicate that all the statements are within the for block. Let us go for the next one. Here we are using for but using this range. We know that here you are given the range that is 6, 11. That means the value of I will be ranging from 6 to 10. So let me go for the execution. You see the I is being initialized with 6 to 10 for each and every time iteration. After that you can put some step value. So here the step value is 2. That means the increment value is 2 here. So now it will go on picking up 6, 8 and 10 because 11 is not inclusive.
and that's why it will print the values from 6 to 10 and with this increment factor of 2. In this way you can write this for and using this range function in our for loop. So let us go for another way. So how to write this one? You can find that using for loop for printing the values present in the tuple and using the else command in the for loop. So how to do that one? You can print, say. So this is the outcome we are having. So b is equal to 11, 12, 13, 14 and 15. So they are coming here and this is nothing but a tuple. For I in b, so it will be picking up the values from this tuple, one value at a time in each and every iteration. And when this particular tuple will get exhausted, then else block will get the control, and then printing completed, that message is going to get printed. So that is another way to write the for loop in our Python coding. So in this demonstration, we have shown you that how to write for in our Python code to have some block to get executed repeatedly for multiple number of times. Thanks for watching this video.